What's going on, you guys? I'm as always Mr. Grimreaper with my esteemed associate Dark Knight 987, and welcome to the final day of the Dark Knight week. And I apologize that I was supposed to have gotten these out a long time ago, but I apologize in advance that I never got a chance to get these out due to family situations and stuff like that. But yeah, we are gonna finish the rest of the Dark Knight week. Starting first with the 2005 film from Christopher Nolan, Batman Begins. Now, this film was directed by Christopher Nolan. This film stars Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Liam Neeson, Katie Holmes, Gary Oldman, Cillian Murphy, Tom Wilkinson, Rutger Hauer, Ken Watanabe, and Morgan Freeman. And doing the music this time is the late Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard. And this is a new spin on the Dark Knight on the Batman films after the worse for wear, which was Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna give you guys the plot. We're gonna talk about the plot. I'm gonna read out the full plot, and then we're gonna talk about it here. And then after that, we're gonna discuss how we felt about the movie. Because I've seen this movie like 1,000 times. And yeah, so we're gonna see how well this did, how well this film and the other two films hold up since the mid 2000s. So we're gonna take a look at this, and so we go. As a child, Bruce Wayne falls down into a dry well and is attacked by a swarm of bats, subsequently developing chiroptophobia, or fear of bats, whatever. Um, while watching an opera with his parents, which is very different from the original comic, Thomas and Martha, Bruce becomes frightened by performers masquerading as bats and asks to leave. Outside, Mugger Joe Chill murders Bruce's parents in front of him. Orphan, Bruce is raised by the family butler, Alfred Pennyworth, while Chill is in prison. 14 years later, Chill is paroled in exchange for testifying against Gotham City Mafia boss Carmine Falcone. Bruce intends to murder Chill, but one of Falcone's assassins does so first. Bruce's childhood friend, law school student Rachel Dawes, berates him for attempting to undermine the justice system, saying that his father would be ashamed. Bruce confronts Falcone, who tells him that real power comes from being feared. Bruce decides to travel the world and learn how to confront injustice, training himself in combat and the understanding of criminal minds. While serving a prison sentence for theft in Bhutan, he meets Henry Ducard, who trains him in ninja methods as a member of the League of Shadows, led by Ra's al Ghul, not Raz. Ra's. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit too.
We will. We'll address that.
After completing his training and purging his fears, Bruce learns the League intends to destroy Gotham, believing it to be corrupt, decadent, and hypocritical and beyond saving. They intend Bruce to lead them after his final test of taking the life of a criminal. Bruce rejects both the League's cause and its edict that killing is necessary, burning down their temple during his escape. Ra's is killed by falling debris, while Bruce saves the unconscious Ducard. Bruce returns to Gotham intent on fighting crime. He takes an interest in his family's company, Wayne Enterprises, which is being taken public by the unscrupulous William Earl. Company archivist Lucius Fox, a friend of Bruce's father since deposed by Earl, allows Bruce access to prototype defense technologies, including a prototype bodysuit and a heavily armored car, the Tumbler. Bruce publicly poses as a shallow playboy to allay suspicion, while setting up a base in the caves beneath Wayne Manor and taking up the vigilante identity of Batman. Batman intercepts a drug shipment, provides Rachel with evidence against Falcone, and inspires and enlists Sergeant James Gordon, one of the few honest cops left in Gotham, to arrest him. In prison, Falcone meets Dr. Jonathan Crane, a corrupt psychologist whom he has helped smuggle drugs into Gotham, and threatens to reveal his complicity if Crane does not declare him mentally unfit for trial. Crane puts on a scarecrow mask and sprays Falcone with fear-inducing hallucinogen that drives him insane, which causes Falcone to constantly mouth the word scarecrow, and has him transferred to Arkham Asylum. While investigating the scarecrow, Batman is exposed to the hallucinogen and left incapacitated. He is saved by Alfred and given an antidote developed by Fox. When Rachel, now the city's assistant district attorney, accuses Crane of corruption, Crane reveals that he has been pouring his fear-inducing drug into Gotham's water supply. He drugs Rachel with it, but Batman subdues and interrogates Crane, who claims to work for Ra's al Ghul. Yes, Ra's al Ghul. Having stolen, Batman evades the police to get Rachel to safety, administers her the antidote, and gives her a vial of it for Gordon and another for mass production. Ducard reappears at Bruce's birthday and reveals himself to be the true Ra's al Ghul, having stolen a powerful microwave emitter from Wayne Enterprises. He plans to vaporize Gotham's water supply, running Crane's drug airborne and causing mass hysteria that will destroy the city. He sets Wayne Manor aflame and leaves Bruce to die, but Alfred rescues him. Ra's loads the microwave emitter onto Gotham's monorail system, intending to release the drug as the train travels toward the city's central water source. Batman rescues Rachel from a drugged mob and directly reveals his identity to her. He pursues Ra's onto the monorail and fights him as Gordon uses the Tumbler's cannons to destroy a section of the track. Batman refuses to kill Ra's, but also chooses not to save him, gliding from the train and leaving Ra's aboard as it crashes and explodes, killing him. Bruce gains Rachel's respect but loses her love as she decides she cannot be with him while he's Batman. Batman becomes a public hero, and Bruce reveals he has secretly purchased a controlling stake in Wayne Enterprises, firing Earl and replacing him with Fox. Something that I feel that he should have done a long time ago. But we'll address that. Gordon is promoted to lieutenant of the Gotham City Police Department, shows Batman the bat signal, and mentions a criminal who leaves Joker playing cards at crime scenes. Batman promises to investigate and disappears into the night, thus leaving us wondering what the hell's going to happen when Joker shows up in the next movie. You'll find out later. Alright, so anyway, let's talk about this movie. Batman Begins. Okay, so this is very, very different from the other 4 movies that we talked about for Dark Knight Week. These were what many fans would call the Nolan films. Excuse me. And it shows. It shows how different the world is. It shows how different everything was compared to the Tim Burton films, compared to the Schumacher films. This one started something. This one started something. This particular film started a phenomenon when Nolan when Nolan got his grips on it. But this is my problem with the movie. There were several things that I had problems with in the first in this particular film. The fact that they call Raish Raz pissed me off because in the movie, in the comics, it's pronounced Raish Al Ghul, not Raz Al Ghul. That's what got me. That's one of the things that pissed me off about the movie. The other thing that got me mad was is that it was, if I remember correctly, in the original comics. See, this Batman Begins is so different from the comics. Especially leading up to the point where where Bruce's parents died. Yes, it is in an alley, but no, it's not at an opera house. It's at a theater where they didn't go see an opera. They saw a movie. That's what I remember from That's what I remember from the comics. But we know, but you know, like every little while a movie would change things, and you would have to, I'm one of those people that would want to see exactly what the hell was, I want to see it exactly the way it's portrayed from the comics. You know what I mean? Which I think Gotham, the TV series Gotham, kind of got a little better. You know what I mean? But even still, one of the things that I think that hurt the film most was the. Hold on, just one second. I don't. Just one moment. Hey. Okay. Yeah. Me and Dad did the kitchen. Huh? Me and Dad did the kitchen. Alright. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that misconvenience. But one of the things I think that hurt the movie most was the pacing. The pacing was off kind of a little bit. And then also the fact that they changed Rachel's character. If you remember in this particular movie, Katie Holmes is Rachel Dawes in this one. But in the second movie, it turns out that that they recasted her. Maggie Gyllenhaal got the role of Rachel Dawes in the second movie. So we'll talk more about Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, the difference between her and Katie's character when we do the second movie. But as far as everything else, I enjoyed the difference. I enjoyed the fact that he had bats with him the whole time, and that he could use bats as a weapon. That was cool. There's a scene in the movie where when he is trying to save Rachel, and they're in Arkham, and he has this little remote that calls bats that calls a swarm of bats, and he could use that as a weapon, and I like that. And what did you think about the movie overall, man? Like, what did you like from the movie?
I thought it was good. And I kind of agree with you what you said earlier, and you say why, because we are reprogrammed the original story of how it came to be. And so you watch the adaptation of the film, they always change up the story. They always throw a little left hook or right hook in there. They always throw a little something in there to change up the story. But you reprogram and think, okay, but what I saw from the original way, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking I like, is they change up the story a lot. Because we are programmed already in our minds the original story. So that's, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, of course. So, but overall, I thought the movie was good.
Yeah.
There's bar none. A lot of great actors in there. You know, Christian Bale, Liam Neeson, and then, you know, it's just, you know what I'm saying? This movie was great. And I don't want to admit the character, they kind of freaked me out a little bit, but
yeah.
That's how Scarecrow is, you know.
Oh, that's what we need to talk about next is Scarecrow. Cillian Murphy. Yeah. Let's talk about him for a second. Yeah. He's a scary son of a bitch as the Scarecrow. He is a vile, evil, conniving son of a gun that would do just about anything, you know. That's how Jonathan Crane is. You know what I mean? He's a scumbag. And so is Falcone. I thought that Carmine Falcone in this movie was a scumbag too. You know what I mean? But I kind of wish that they got the fact that Joe Chill was the one that was responsible for the murder of Bruce's parents. But I kind of wish that they could have gotten his character a little bit. Because did you think that the character of Joe Chill was a little off in this scene?
I thought so. I definitely thought so.
It was kind of off. It was kind of off-putting a little bit. Now, okay. Now you guys are probably asking, well, Grim, why do you think that? Well, let me tell you. Let me try to explain what I mean by that. Chill in the comics is supposed to be he's supposed to be a hitman. He's supposed to be, you know, he's supposed to be a vile individual and stuff like that. And you guys are probably thinking again, well, Graham, isn't he already in the movie? Well, yeah, he is to a certain extent. But how can I put it? His character is kind of weird. The person that played Joe Chill in this movie, he kind of comes off as an ass.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Richard Brake. He kind of comes up. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know who this dude. I know exactly who this dude is. Richard Brake. I've seen him before. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, Richard Brake. For those of you who don't know, he was in in Rob Zombie's 31. And how he portrays Joe Chill in this one, he kind of comes off as kind of weird and kind of off his rocker a little bit, which is not what Joe Chill is. You know what I mean? Joe Chill is this guy that's who is a psychotic human being. You know what I mean? He does not care. He does not care for life or anything like that. He does not give two shits about anything. You know what I mean? But when they finally got him, when Joe Chill gets arrested for the murder of Martha and Thomas Wayne, he kind of comes off as something weird. You know what I mean? He kind of comes off the way the character is portrayed, at least. You know what I mean? So at least that's how I saw it. What did you think of? What did you think of this version of Joe Chill?
I saw it that way too. The reason I'm saying that is because they were a little bit off. And I mean, there's a lot of, as you were talking about before, differences of who killed parents. A lot of different people are doing this now. They're using this guy to kill as the killer. Imagine, when you're a kid with your parents, you go out, and next thing you know, your parents are killed by a mother, and of course, you're going to jail, which is what you want, you know what I mean? And then later on, you get released from prison, or well, why would he be, you know what I'm saying? Why would he be out of there after what he did to my parents? But
yeah.
so this character, you know, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the word I'm looking for here. No, I can't describe it, but this character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of off a little bit, but oh yeah, I did tell you that I wanted to talk about this character, this other character. At the very beginning of the movie, Bruce in this, I guess like in this prison yard or something like that. Bruce meets this Asian prisoner, and it's so funny and hilarious how this dude is. Like he's all like I am the devil and stuff like that. He he talks like that. He talks like that, and it kind of sounds like he's a chick. It kind of sounds like he's a bitch. Like he comes off as a bitch, and I'm like, I was laughing it so hard at that. I thought that was so funny, and I thought that was so hilarious. When Bruce punches him in the face, that shit is hilarious. That is so hilarious. But anyway, let's talk about the difference. Let's talk about the different the style of the new Batmobile, which is the Tumbler. See, I kind of like this version a little bit. I kind of like this version. It's better than the Batman and Robin one. That's what I would say. I would say the best Batmobile that I've seen out of the movies has got to be a toss up. Between the animated Batmobile and the 1989 the Batmobile from 1989. But that's about it. But I love the Tumbler because it's so much more tactical. So much more. It can leap over on buildings. You can drive it on the freaking roof if you wanted to, which is what he does in the movie. But yeah, I thought that the Tumbler was really good in this one. And you could also make it into a motorcycle if you wanted to, which we're going to talk about later on for the Dark Knight, which is what happened in Dark Knight. But and also we'll talk about in the Dark Knight we'll talk about the difference between Mark Hamill's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker, because I want to talk about that as soon as we get a chance to get on that. But anyway, so you're probably thinking, Knight, Graham, what did you give it? Did you like it? Yeah, of course we did. But what did y'all guys give it? We gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it deserves it. There was some problems that I had with this particular film. I did like it. I'm not going to say that I didn't. I think that the movie was good, but it could have been a little bit more better. But a 9.5 out of 10 is still pretty good. And I still would, I would say, pick up the Blu-ray. Pick up the Blu-ray for this. Pick up the they have a 3-disc Blu-ray that has all 3 movies in it, plus another DVD that has special features and stuff like that on it. Pick it up if you can. And yeah, so let us know in the comments section down below what you guys think about the film, what you guys think about the movie and all that. And also, Also, before, did you have any final thoughts, man, about the film before we go?
I wanted to just say about the whole the Tumblr. I wanted to quickly say that I think I kind of like the I grew up on the original Batmobile myself.
Yeah.
That was a good one retro there. But this one, I think they went from a modern look. But I'm not gonna say it was bad. I kind of liked it. It looked really cool and black.
No, it wasn't.
That.
No, it wasn't bad at all. I felt.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think it was. I think it felt more like a tank. The more I saw it, the more I saw it, the more I watched the movie, it felt more like a tank to me, because it had that tactical look to it. It was, and also the way his other stuff was, like the grappling hooks, like the different gadgets that this Batman, Christian Bale Batman, was using, was very different from that of Michael Keaton or Val Kilmer or George Clooney. You know what I mean? It was very, very different. It was more tactical. Even the fight scenes felt like more military style, tactical fighting. You know what I mean? It felt more this one, the Batman Begins, felt like it was more darker, more grittier. It had that more darker tone to it.
Exactly.
Which is something that we forgot to mention about this movie. But
I don't think Batmobile.
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking about it. But yeah, and then of course 9 out of 10. Hey, that's what we give it. I don't know many out there that feel we want to give it that it should be 10 out of 10. Well, that's your opinion. That's what we say. So so yeah, but 9 out of 10 is where it's at. And if my partner said, pick up the DVD. It has all 3 films and the bonus special feature disc. Check it out for yourself. You guys be the judge on what do you think how this movie should be rated or stuff like that. And yeah, so this is our review, our opinion on the Batman Begins.
Yeah. Okay. So coming up next, we're gonna do The Dark Knight. So that's gonna be it for now. Until the next episode that we do. I'll see you guys later. Me and Dark Knight 987. We'll both see you all in the afterlife. Peace.